Your next comic is one we lost very recently, and he was one of the best of his generation. Everybody give it up for Greg Giraldo.
Alright, thank you guys. Man, this city is crazy. I had a homeless guy come up to me the other day and ask me for money, and just when I was about to give it to him, I thought to myself, you know, he's just going to use it on drugs or alcohol. And then I thought, well, that's what I'm going to use it on. Why should I judge this guy, right? People always judge homeless people. They're always like, oh, if you give him the money, he's just going to waste it, right? He's just going to waste it. It's like, well, guy lives in a box. What do you want him to do? Save it up and buy a new wall unit? Take some karate classes? Maybe get that hot new Ricky Martin CD he's got his eye on? People can be such bastards to homeless people, right? I was walking behind this guy the other day, and homeless guy asked him for money. He looks right at the homeless guy and says, why don't you get a job, you bum? Yeah, get a job. Like it's that easy. This homeless guy was wearing his underwear on the outside of his pants. I'm guessing his resume ain't all up to date. I'm predicting some problems in the interview process, you know? Pretty sure even your basic sweatshop has an underwear goes inside the pants policy. This guy lives in the garbage. What kind of job you want him to get? Hey, welcome to Smith Barney, Smelly. Come on in. We got a job for you. Here's your desk right here with all the air fresheners on it. Make yourself comfy. Nice touch with the underwear. It's Casual Friday, so that's perfect. I'm going to go with both shoes on Monday. Wearing black because I'm getting fat. This is way easier than exercising. I read recently that 70% of Americans are obese. 70%. I guess the rest are just women on Ally McBeal or something. They described it as an obesity epidemic. Epidemic. That's a lofty term to describe being a nation of fat bastards, isn't it? Epidemic. Like we're going to be telling our grandkids about it someday. Oh, Grandpa, how'd you get through it? Oh, Johnny, it was horrible. There was pork chops and cheesecake everywhere. More donuts than you could shake a stick at. All we do is snack on junk food. It's getting worse and worse. A buddy of mine recently told me that he bought his girlfriend for Valentine's Day, bought his girlfriend edible underwear. Edible underwear. Even during sex, we can't stop eating. Edible underwear. Like, what has to be going on in your life to get your mind off of food, right? Oh, shit, my house is on fire. Marshmallows. Getting fatter as a country. They come out with a new diet each week, right? Like, they come out this new diet they came out with recently called the caveman diet. Have you guys heard this? Just eat meat. Just eat all the meat you want. You'll be skinny just like a caveman. That's what they say. So all you gotta do is eat meat. Just meat, meat, meat. Just meat every day. Just all you eat is meat. And you'll be skinny just like a caveman. Right? That's not gonna work in the long run. Cavemen were skinny because if they wanted to eat something, they had to chase it around for a week and kill it with a stick. Like, sure, if you had to chase a pint of Haagen-Dazs across a tundra for 5 days and smash it with a boulder, sure, that would work. You can join the gym, but, you gotta like, go all the time for it to work. You gotta, like, go and go and go. I don't know how these gay guys do it. Every gay guy I know is built like a bodybuilder. That's really gonna change the stereotype, isn't it? Be like, hey, man, you think that guy's gay? Pfft, hell yeah, he is. He benches like 450. 450? Holy shit, that's really gay. Oh. People are going to be proud of their sons. They're like, hey, look at this guy. He's going to be a linebacker. He's built like a gay guy. Look at him. He's just like a gay guy. That's... A lot of people fighting for gay rights, right? They want to be able to get married. I'm all for it, really, right? Because I think gays should have to get married. Frankly, I'm a little sick of their happy-go-lucky lifestyle, you know? I think they should all have to get married. Be just as miserable as the rest of us, you know? Just be forced to be married. A lot of people say that if gays could get married, that it ruins the sanctity of marriage. Yeah, the sanctity of marriage. Is anybody in here married? Does it feel like a gift from God to you? Saintly of marriage. I'm not saying I don't believe in God, right? I'm kind of on the fence, really. I read an article recently, like, scientists have pretty much proven that if there had just been 1 degree difference between velocity or speed at the time our universe was formed, that it would either collapse in on itself or expanded infinitely outward, which to me proves beyond any reasonable doubt that I once read an article I didn't fully understand. Memorized a little piece of it there to sound smart at parties. And yeah, I do love my wife. That's the point here, I think. We fight a lot, though, you know, because we're so different, you know, like, we're complete opposites. Like, you know, I'm a total slob, and she's a total bitch, and, we argue so often about me being a slob, it's gotten ridiculous. It's gotten to the point where now when I masturbate, I just dream about having my own apartment. Used to be Cindy Crawford, now I just dream about leaving dishes in the sink without a war breaking out. Oh, I'm gonna leave the toilet seat up tonight. We're pretty happy, I guess. We're having one of them babies, having a baby, which, yeah, that's a lot of responsibility, right? Because you gotta, like, walk them and feed them almost every day. It's, I'm not very responsible, you know. Like, my wife went on vacation about a couple weeks ago. She was gone for a week, and she came back, and all our plants were dead. And she was pissed, yeah. And I remember thinking, man, right, if that would have been a kid, that would have definitely been a fight, you know. She's getting pregnant, she's getting all like emotional and stuff. Like the other day she was like crying, and she was like, you know, you're not gonna find me attractive when I'm all bloated and big and stuff, you know, and I was trying to make her feel better, so I was like, oh, come on, honey, you're my wife, right? I love you, I'm always gonna find you attractive. Plus, it's not like I've never nailed a fat chick before, you know? I mean, this is America, and I'm a heavy drinker, you know? Didn't quite cheer her up the way I thought it might. Getting old. I know I'm getting old because I'm starting to watch the local news, but I hate the local news, right? Because it's like 15 minutes of weather, and then like 5 minutes of car crashes and stabs and stuff. 15 minutes of weather, yet somehow I always manage to miss the forecast, right? They're always trying to disguise the forecast. They're always like, well, tomorrow it's going to be... Let's take a look at the map. Go over to the map, they're like, well, there's a lot of blue and pink stuff over here. You got a cold front coming down from Canada into a part of the country you'll never, ever go to, ever. I always give you that wind chill factor, right? Like, what it feels like. Yeah, that's a real scientific measurement, isn't it? What it feels like. Right? It's very subjective, I think. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be rainy, but if you have an umbrella, it's going to feel dry. Tomorrow's going to be really cold, but if you live in a basement or apartment, it's going to be just like every other day. They always do that corny move at the end of the forecast where they blame the weather guy for all the bad forecast, like he's responsible for all the weather, you know? They're always like, showers all weekend. Pfft, thanks a lot, Bob. You never see any of the other reporters blaming the other reporters for their bad news, right? So like, 12 dead in Colorado. Pfft, way to go, Willie. And I'm getting old. I know I'm getting old because I fell down in public the other day and nobody laughed. That's a bad sign when you fall down in public and everybody's first reaction is concern. That's how you know you've turned a corner. I know I'm getting old because I can't even watch MTV anymore, right? Like, everyone on there looks like they're 12 years old, right? You ever watch this MTV Cribs? Yeah, that's a great show. When you're younger than the little bastards they're walking you through, you know? But when you're older than those little, that's a depressing moment, right? Walking you through some 40-room mansion with waterfalls and media rooms. I'm 39 years old, sitting on my bed/sofa. This guy's got 15 waterfalls and or 15 bathrooms with imported marble from Italy. Meanwhile, I'm pissing in the sink because my wife locked herself in our one bathroom and she refuses to come out until I admit I have a drinking problem. It's gonna be a long wait, Buttercup. Hang in there. And when you get out, maybe you should turn on some MTV Cribs, right? Because I didn't see Ludacris's bitches busting his balls about what he does to unwind. I don't know if you guys watch these hip-hop videos, right? But bitches are the shit. Bitches are so much better than regular women, right? If I had to go back and do it all again, I'd never have a girlfriend or a wife. I'd just get a bunch of bitches. They're always in a good mood, dancing around in their high heels and their thongs. They never bug you and smoke weed and play Xbox all day. They never like, oh, take your feet off the couch or we gotta go see my mother. Bitches don't even have mothers. I don't know where they make the bitches. Probably some genetics lab somewhere where they teach them to do that little ass shake move, you know? Like, only bitches can do that. You know, like maybe your wife might come out and help you wash the car one day, right? But she's not going to soap herself up and press her tits into the windshield. But bitches will. And they're not going to do it alone either. They'll find a bunch of other bitches over to do it with them, you know? Bitches are great. Yeah. You and your wife, you might have a toast one night. You break out some glass, you pour it in the glass. You don't shake it up and shoot it all over your tits, do you? Right? But bitches do. It's the way they drink. I don't know. They have a whole different anatomy. I don't know. She was right though. I really did have to stop drinking because things were getting bad. You know, like it got to the point where anytime I would drink, I'd find myself sitting in some hole in the wall bar sniffing crystal meth off a switchblade. You know, worried about missing my flight. Little did I know it's 1 in the afternoon and my flight left 6 weeks ago. There were some red flags. You know. Recently, this was probably the turning, the straw that broke the back. I was recently too drunk to fly. Too drunk to fly. Do you know how wasted you have to be for someone to be like, sir, you're just too drunk to sit in a seat? Too drunk to sit in a seat. Not in your condition, no. You don't look like a sitter, no. You look like you need to be strapped down, flat on your back in a hospital somewhere. You don't look like you can sit at all. Oh, I can sit. No, I don't think you can. Not in your condition, no. Why don't you put your pants back on? Come back when you think you can sit. Steroids in baseball. Thank God, right? Thank God we got to the bottom of that. Woo. I mean, aren't we at war? Is that really a congressional matter, steroids in baseball? Really? We're at war, but no, we got to get to the bottom of why Barry Bonds' balls keep shrinking. That's what's really important. It's not a congressional matter. They want to take batting records away from these guys, right? They want to keep people, Mark McGwire, keep him out of the Hall of Fame, right? Because, oh, he used illegal substances. Yeah, he used illegal substances. You know what else is an illegal substance? Crack cocaine. But I don't see anybody taking gold records away from Whitney Houston. You guys have been great, folks. My name's Greg Giraldo.